Black and sexy, baby.
Hey y'all, it's Lexual, aka Elexus Jionde of Intellectual Media, and this is 2-Minute History. On the 18th century South Carolina Sea Islands, rice farming ruled supreme. The slaves who worked these fields were not only heavily isolated, but they were also the majority of the population. The climate was a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and therefore diseases that Europeans were susceptible to. So many chose to live nearby and enlist a few overseers, both European and African, to be in charge. It is from these circumstances that a very distinct culture emerged called Gullah, or the Gullah Geeche. It contains various traits and traditions from African groups like the Angola, Mende, Kissi, and Igbo. A Gullah language was also manifested. The vocabulary of the words is mainly English, but pronunciation and various words with African origin make it distinctly different from what is considered standard American English. When the Civil War popped off, the few white people who lived on the Sea Islands fled because they feared a Union naval attack. In 1861, Union forces arrived to the Sea Islands and found thousands of Gullah ready to fight for their freedom. Many went on to serve in the Union Army, and the Gullah Geeche in this area were the first slaves freed in the South. After the Civil War, it was the Gullah who continued to live in this region, as white planters had fled the area. They came to own the land and harvest it in relative isolation well into the 1960s. During the late 20th century, Gullah fought off numerous attempts to develop their cultural land as golf resorts and hotels, and they've seen their overall territory wane. As Gullah Geeche historian Cornelia Bailey noted in 2015, there was a time when most people didn't want these areas because it was infested with mosquitoes. And now, everybody wants it.
Black and sexy, baby.